Mariah didn't announce Phase 3. She didn't post, didn't hint, didn't warn anyone. She learned early that exposure works best when it arrives quietly, like a certified letter slid under the door. The foundation office looked harmless. 2 desks, filing cabinets, a copier that jammed when it sensed urgency. People assumed it was grief charity work. They were wrong. It was an audit room. Every family that came in brought a story that sounded familiar. An aunt who handled the estate, a cousin who helped with paperwork, a brother who kept things simple. And every time Mariah heard that phrase, kept things simple, she opened a new file. Patterns emerged fast. The same funeral homes, the same small community banks, the same notaries who never asked questions, and one name kept resurfacing like a watermark. Denise hadn't acted alone. She'd taught others how. The ledger came from a man named Harold Vance, 72 years old, Vietnam vet, hands that shook until Mariah asked about his daughter. Then they steadied. Harold slid a notebook across the desk, spiral-bound, grease-stained, ordinary. "This was my wife's," he said. "She wrote everything down." Inside were dates, amounts, names, every favor Denise ever did for friends at church, every estate consult she'd quietly advised on, every cut she took for helping. Denise called it guidance. The law called it conspiracy. Mariah didn't go to the police first. She went to accountants, forensic ones, the kind who don't blink at ugly numbers. They rebuilt 15 estates. 15. Money siphoned off slowly enough to hide in grief. Property flipped for pennies to shell companies. Life insurance policies redirected minutes after death certificates were filed. It wasn't sloppy, it was practiced. When the first civil suit hit the county docket, no one connected it to Denise. When the second and third followed, reporters noticed. By the seventh, the headline changed tone. Local estate helper network under investigation. By the 12th, names were printed. Church leaders, community volunteers, people trusted with casseroles and condolences. The phone in Mariah's office rang constantly, some crying, some angry, some terrified. One woman whispered, "I didn't know it was stealing." She said it was compensation. Mariah corrected her gently. Stealing doesn't change names when it's explained nicely. Denise watched it all from prison. No interviews, no statements. But she sent one letter, 6 pages, handwritten, furious. "You ruined people's lives," Denise wrote. "You took food out of mouths." Mariah read it once, then filed it under exhibits. The final blow came quietly. The state revoked 3 notary licenses. 2 funeral homes lost accreditation. A bank manager resigned before charges were announced. No fireworks. Just consequences, stacking neatly, one after another. Like numbers in a column that finally add up. On the 3rd anniversary of Evelyn's death, Mariah stood at the grave again. She didn't bring a bank statement this time. She brought the ledger. She placed it gently against the headstone. "Phase 3 is complete," she said aloud, voice steady. "They can't hide behind grief anymore." The wind moved through the trees. No sign, no miracle, just silence. The kind that comes after the truth finishes speaking. Some people inherit money, others inherit clarity. Mariah inherited a map, drawn in ink, patience, and proof, and she followed it all the way to the end.